Last week when we were all here, we were looking and on at the building, but we failed to look at the new ambulance, which is what people use.
That's right, it's what people use, but I think that because the building is so unique to the situation here, I think that's why we're also focused on that. But the new ambulances, we have 2 new ambulances here in Rosamond now.
Really?
Both of them the box style ambulance versus the van ambulance that we used to have.
Rosamond Elementary got a great gift from Lockheed during this past week. They put up screen fencing around the schoolyard and painted the entire curb red. First spaceport. I remember when that happened a couple years ago.
It was actually 6 years ago. We got it
2004.
2004, 5 days before the first Spaceship One flight. 5 days.
1938 it was built?
Yes, and as you can see, we
Sure.
completely rehabbed the whole place.
Oh, I should say.
Completely updated it.
And
this section here was the last section that we finished probably a couple years ago. Spaceship Two back on 7 December here. And all the astronauts that paid money were prospective astronauts.
Sure.
Under 200,000 were bussed up, and they had a big fancy rollout. This is where we did the planning for it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Now I find it's interesting that for you to say that your budget's $7 million without any state, county, federal help.
No.
So who's paying the freight?
Well, we're 3,000 acres, and all of our funding comes from tenants that lease buildings and lease land.
I see.
And fuel sales.
The showcase of the Mojave Airport at the present time is Legacy Park. And you see the Rotary export rocket in the back there. And in a moment we're going to look through the glass and see the White Knight. This is the building that was built to house Spaceship One. Keep it out of the sun and wind, but still let people see it from 3 angles. Scaled composites, Spaceship One replica, donated by X Prize Foundation. First flown June 21st, 2004. From the front, Spaceship One looks like a badminton shuttlecock, which is one of Burt Rutan's contributions in discovery of how to bring an aircraft like this back from space. It slows itself down rather than just build up heat, falling faster and faster to the ground. This aircraft will only fall at a certain set speed. On the side it says a Paul G. Allen project and lists all the people that help work on Spaceship One. The visitor information kiosk to the left is put out by Kern County, so that visitors here can tap the screen and find out hotels, eating places, visitor attractions around Kern County. This, you can see, is the pilot's cockpit of the Rotary rocket. This is a Sunday morning about 12:30, and there's Ted Lansgard at the Rotary Fly-In. That's right.
And yet before this evening is over, you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners, or you might refuse to stay.
All God's children get weary when they roam. Don't it make you wanna go home? Don't it make you wanna go home?
That'll be good.
Everybody, they're all coming out. It's wonderful.
and all these planes coming in. That's cool too.
We actually have 2 planes flying right now. We have 3 smoke planes that are up in the air doing a formation.
Oh, really?
When they come back, they're going to do smoke for us. We have our service dog that we were able to, as a Rotary, assist in helping Luke obtain.
Yes, that's right. I remember
and
that.
Is Bones. He is an autistic service dog.
Yes.
And this is the mom.
I know. Yes, hi. How is the dog working out?
Really well.
Good.
Really well. Luke's actually sleeping in his bed for the first time ever. He's
Oh,
8
really?
years old. He's finally in his own bed.
Uh-huh.
And Bones has already been able to track him wherever we go.
Good.
So we're going out in the community more often.
Uh-huh.
And Luke is very proud. He walks around like
Sure.
someone special now. So that's good.
So good. So the Rotary program to do that was worthwhile.
Very much so. Anytime you can get involved with your community and help a child, that's what you got to do.
Uh-huh.
And now we're helping the literacy program here in Rosamond. We're going to help keep that going.
Joe, this is a great event here on this Sunday afternoon, Halloween.
Yes, it is.
But the Rotarians are supporting literacy.
Yes, they are. We have our Rosamond Adult Literacy Program has 17 adult students.
Isn't that great? Yeah.
And we have 7 different nations represented in our program.
Sure.
We're teaching reading, writing, English as a second language,
Sure.
Bible literacy, music literacy. It's an amazing program.
I can imagine. And what days do you meet if somebody wanted to join?
Right, we meet Monday through Friday. It depends on the tutor and the student.
Okay.
As to what day and what time. And we meet at Wayside Chapel Community Church. We also
Okay.
meet at the library.
Okay.
We do some tutoring in Tom's Restaurant.
Okay.
Also a local business.
Uh-huh.
So it's a wonderful opportunity to reach out to the community.
So, how was the Rotary event this morning?
So far, it's really nice. It's not hot, not cold, it's breezy, and we're hoping for a better outcome. Everyone's at church right now, so.
Well, yeah. As soon as people get hungry, then they start thinking of barbecue.
I'm excited for the barbecue that they're having.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it'll be great. Peter, explain to me this pin you're about to give Mr. Landsgaard.
It is my pleasure to present this pin to Olaf Landsgaard.
Uh-huh.
This is the Flying Fellowship, the International Fellowship of Flying Rotarian pin.
Yes.
That I hope you wear often and proudly. And welcome to Flying Rotarians.
Well, thank you, Peter. I had fun flying a lot of people here today, and
Thank you for giving everyone a ride at this event, and congratulations on hosting this fundraiser
it's been my
for
pleasure.
literacy.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Peter, how many members do you have?
We have just over 1,000 members worldwide.
Wow.
These are all Rotarians and all pilots.
Uh-huh.
And we welcome all Rotarians to become a member of the International Fellowship of Flying Rotarians.
Okay, and I suppose on the website there would be a way to sign up?
Yes, there are details on our website, www.iffr.org.
Well, Mr. Scrivener, Sunday afternoon here in Rosamond, and you brought the good weather with you, I guess.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
Isn't
really
it?
enjoying it. I'm a Rotarian myself, and so it's a great event, and just great folks, and we're enjoying ourselves. Thank you.
Yeah, and you brought the kids along, and they're all going riding on the plane.
That's right.
It's a ship's dog. They use them on fishing boats. They can pull nets.
Uh-huh.
On
Wow.
the Titanic when it went down. And
Really?
they swam all night until they picked it up the next morning.
On the Titanic, is that true?
It belonged to the first officer's name was Ryder.
Uh-huh. And they were some of the survivors, the dogs were?
Yeah, he belonged to the first officer. The first officer went down with a boat. When the boat sank from under the dog, he just started swimming. He swam for 5 or 6 hours, kept him warm until they rescued the next morning.
Uh-huh.
Napoleon had one. His life was saved by it. JFK had 2 of these living in the White House with him.
On the back of the seat's fine, and don't put any 120 pounds baggage, so it'll carry a fair amount. It's got 38 gallons of fuel on board.
Okay. So what kind of range do you get?
So from here to Salt Lake is what I try and set up as my fuel stop.